I guarantee you are not spending enough time resting, vibing, chilling, tending to yourself in the ways you want to tend to yourself. Loving yourself the way that you deserve to be loved. Not spending enough time sitting at the fairy creek with the moss and the flowers, sitting in nature, sitting with the trees. I guarantee you are not spending enough time doing any of this. If you are experiencing blockages in your life, especially those with wealth and abundance. See, the hustle culture has convinced us that you need to work, grind, hustle all day and all night to make it happen. That in order for you to experience wealth so that you can feel better about yourself, you got to work harder. And where has that gotten you? Has that gotten you to that next level? Or does it still feel like you're banging your head against the wall? If working hard was the solution, then all the people that work hard wouldn't be struggling with these things. But clearly, that's not the case. People work very hard, they do a whole lot, and they come against the same blockages, the same challenges, they hit the same walls, they receive the same outcomes because doing the same thing, you can expect to receive the same thing. Resting when you need to rest is wealth frequency already. Earlier today, I got some work done this morning, some creation, sending some messages, posting some things, sharing some things, doing what I do. And then I had a nice lunch. And then after lunch, I had my mind set on doing some other things. I had my mind set on going on a walk, which has brought me to right here, to this beautiful spot, which I didn't even know I was going to end up in. But before I went on the walk, I see my cat. He's excited to see me. And so I get down on the carpet on the floor and start petting him and snuggling a little bit, and I'm just being playful. I lay down on my back next to him, and then he climbs up on top of my belly, and then he sits there and just kind of starts just like purring and like kneading my belly. And I was like, all right, well, not getting up, not getting up now. So I just lay there and I rest and relax, and I just breathe deeply and just feel his healing, purring sounds, vibrations on me. Like, oh, he's helping me digest. And I went into like this really beautiful trance state pretty quickly, just this very, like my whole body kind of buzzing, that kind of half awake, half asleep, the place where manifestation is prime, because you're like really in touch with your subconscious, and just experiencing a beautiful energy and beautiful feelings, feeling good, just feeling good, just feeling abundant, feeling wealthy, like to even have that moment And it's like, you know what, I needed a little nap, a little siesta after enjoying my lunch. I needed a little lay down there. And the cats always know. I call my cats my abundance magnets because they always can sense if I need a lay down, if I need to chill. They'll see me working, they'll come meow at me, and they'll be persistent. They won't stop until I'm like, all right, I'll put it down, put the phone down, close the laptop, close the book, and I'll go snuggle them. And those moments, I'm receiving that purring, healing energy, and I just lay there, and yeah, there's always more stuff to do. There's always more stuff to do. Like that's kind of the big point I'm making here. There's always going to be more things to do. At what point are you going to allow yourself to rest? At what point are you going to allow yourself to enjoy life? You don't always have to be like chasing a goal. You don't always have to be trying to get somewhere. What if you just stopped and enjoyed where you're at? Like everyone, the culture is trying to make people think that you need to get there and accomplish this, and then you can rest, and then you can feel good. And it's just not true. It's like you don't need to work your whole life in order to feel good, in order to earn the fruits. Like the fruits are here every season. There's fruits of life to harvest. Okay. So to really return to the original point that I'm driving in here for you, because I want to help you to bring more wealth and abundance into your life in an effortless way. I want you to see that it's not the hustling that's going to get you there. And if the hustling does get you there, because it does, right? People hustle, and they work hard, and they do all sorts of stuff, and they achieve, financial success. But the the feeling of feeling good and joyful from that is short-lived, because it's a feeling good that's attached to something. And once you achieve something, you experience, and then it passes, you lose that sense of fulfillment. You lose that feeling of wealth. You want more. You want the next thing. And listen, there's nothing wrong or bad about having desires and calling those desires in and experiencing them and then having more desires. There's not actually something wrong with that. The problem is when you are tying your sense of well-being, your sense of joy, your sense of love for yourself and for life to these things. So the true wealth and the true success comes from a much more balanced place. For me, I would rather take it slow and rest when I need it, nap when I need it, go in nature when I need it, than force myself to work, force myself to create, force myself with stimulants to stay awake so that I can work more, and then force myself with things that make me sleepy so I can sleep after taking the stimulants, and then force myself to wake up with things that wake me up. Like I'd rather just be in a natural flow. If I'm gonna drink some coffee, it's because I enjoy it. I enjoy the flavor, I enjoy the feeling, not so that I can wake up and work. If I'm gonna take something that helps me sleep, like some chamomile tea, it's because it feels good. It feels good to relax, chill, and calms the nervous system. But it's twisted, man. Like it's not, because I see people attract great wealth into their lives, but it's not sustainable. And then they need to keep working at a certain level to maintain a lifestyle that they've built around that, which requires them to keep working. They don't actually get to rest and really enjoy the wealth. Where on the other hand, you could have a lot less and live a much more simple lifestyle, work a lot less, and enjoy life a lot more. That to me is a greater wealth. Wealth and abundance doesn't have to do with a set amount of money. It has much more to do with having the time and freedom to do what you love, to be who you want to be, to rest when you want to, when your body is asking for it, to not deny that to yourself. And I think a lot of people become really detached and don't recognize when their body is asking for that. And they try and force and push themselves through, and it's this is a strong word, but it's almost like hateful towards yourself. So I'm telling you that self-love is the key. You're not going to shame yourself to enlightenment. You're not going to force yourself into wealth, true wealth, and success that is sustainable. It is something that comes naturally, where you choose the lifestyle that you want to live, and then you let your work work around that. That's the great delusion, is that I have to do all this work and then I can kind of put my lifestyle and my needs around that when I have the time. No, 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 no. That's not the sustainable, natural way. Find out what it is, what the lifestyle is that you want to be living. And I'm not talking about like necessarily things that require a lot of money. Like I'm talking very simply, like I mentioned, the nap with my cat. Like that is a wealth to me. That is an abundant thing to me, that I have set myself up so that I can choose to do that. I can choose to have the nap when I want and snuggle my cat. I can choose to have the lunch and kind of take a chill, have my nap, go for a walk, come sit here in nature. Oh, this idea is coming through me right now. Okay, I'm gonna record this and share it with people because I know it's gonna help somebody. And I know that the energetic investment that I'm making is gonna come back to me as well. Whenever you put value out into the world, you have to know that you're giving value to yourself too. Anything you do to uplift another, you're uplifting yourself. When you uplift yourself, you uplift the collective. When you uplift the collective, you uplift yourself. It all feeds back into each other. So begin to sort of audit your life and see, where am I overworking? Where am I under rested? What am I not tending to, that if I started doing that for myself now, I would already feel good. I would already feel wealthy. Like maybe it's like Once a week, twice a week, you take a nice hot bath that you haven't been allotting time for. You haven't been giving yourself the time for. Take that 2 hour hot bubble bath, Epsom salts, put some lavender in there, put some rose petals, put some tea in the bath, like go crazy. Light a candle, turn out the lights. Do you like to listen to some music in there? Do that. I like personally, when I take my bath, lights out, little candle, no phone, no music, no distractions. It's just me, and I just lay in there, and I just breathe, and I have psychedelic visions. And it's beautiful, man. And I come out of there feeling so rested and so loved and so tended to and so wealthy to have that experience. Um, it could also just be as simple as a nap when you're tired. Um, an excursion out into nature. I need to like it when you feel like your whimsy levels are dropping. When you're kind of losing touch with the magic. That's when you put the screen down, put all the other worldly distractions away, go out into nature and go touch some grass, touch some trees, say hello to the plants. You know, got some beautiful moss here. You can't see it, but there's a little fairy creek down here in front of me. These little purple flowers. It's so beautiful. It like warms my heart. That green, that anahata heart frequency. That green, you need that green to feel that love. And I'm not talking about the stacks. That'll come. But you got to choose wealth now. So, like I said in the beginning, I guarantee you're probably not resting enough, chilling enough, vibing enough, giving yourself the love that you need in order to feel good, in order to feel wealthy now, in order for you to receive the wealth that is rightfully yours. Bam. That's the whole video, TLDR. That's the you know, that's the summary. In summation, I promise you, you can afford to step away even when you feel like you got to get it done. You can afford to step away and go for a walk in nature and go lay in the sun. You can afford to prepare yourself a beautiful meal. You can afford to snuggle with your cat, your dog, your lizard, your snake, your tarantula. You can afford to go out in nature and fuck off about the time. And I guarantee that it is this resting, giving yourself this rest, tending to yourself in this beautiful way, it is going to unlock doors for you. It is going to change your energy. You're going to become more vibrant. You're going to become more energetically aligned with what is actually for you, with what is actually in alignment with the lifestyle that you actually want to live, not the one that you're forcing so that you can try and get to some goal, so that you can maintain some sort of extravagant lifestyle that you end up becoming a slave to. Like, you don't actually need much. What you actually need is to tend to yourself in these beautiful ways. You feel so much better, and you will be able to come into that more extravagant lifestyle from a more balanced place where you can actually enjoy it. Wouldn't you rather that? Like, of course. You'd rather have, we already said the other one, the other would you rather was like, would you rather have the extravagant house and lifestyle, but you're working all the time, or would you rather have a more chill, you know, less like wealthy appearing lifestyle, but you actually have time to like rest and tend to yourself? Like probably the latter, right? But then here's another level to that. Would you rather have the extravagant lifestyle where you're working hard and you don't have time for yourself, or the extravagant lifestyle where you do have time for yourself? Because that's where this leads. If you want it, if you want it, you can have it. But just like they say, there's, health is the real wealth. You can't really enjoy your wealth if you're not healthy. Not in the same way. Like if it's a struggle for you to get up out of bed, for you to sit up and sit down, for you to walk, for you to breathe, because you're bloated, because you're too heavy, because you're holding all these emotions back that you won't allow yourself to feel. You got all this stagnant, stuck energy in you that you won't allow to move. Even if you have millions of dollars, like your quality of life is down. You'd rather have the good health with less money, but you can have both. You can have both. You can have all of it. It just comes to you deciding that and not putting off your feeling good, you're loving yourself, you're resting, you're tending to yourself the way that you would with that wealth that you project, not putting it off to then. Doing that now, owning that now, living that way now. Model your life around the lifestyle. That's the secret. Because then you show your body it's safe to relax, it's safe to open, it's safe to feel, it's safe to create. And from that place, the wealth, frequency, thoughts, words, and actions come forth. They don't come from the place of destroying yourself. Wealth, frequency, thoughts, speech, and action come from being in the wealth frequency, in the right mindset, with the right attitude, loving yourself now, feeling wealthy for being alive. I exist. I am. I've hit the jackpot already. That's what I want you to see. You are a co creator of this reality. So, what do you choose to create? You can have the most beautiful life. And it begins with you deciding to feel good about the life you have now, to own it, to really love it, really love this life, and love yourself in it. And then God, the universe, consciousness, awareness, what have you, knows what to give you because it sees what you're choosing. Oh, you get what you are, not what you want. But you also have to know what you want. Know what you want and become it now. And the universe has no choice but to deliver to you. If you want God enough, meaning your true self, your true happiness, your true joy and peace, if you choose to align with that fully enough, the manifestation cannot help but to come to you. That is what is meant. Seek ye the kingdom first, and all these will be provided to you. It's not seek all the things, and then the kingdom will come to you. No, it's an internal decision. I'm going to live my life in a positive way, wealthy now. I choose to be that now, and everything else will fall into place. Yeah. Woo! I'm going to enjoy the rest of my time here without looking at the phone and just being here. But I'm so grateful that this was able to pour through right now. That's enough. That's enough for this time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for existing. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. I love you. I love I. We are that now. You are that. I am that. We are all here together. You want to talk to me directly? I'll leave a little link in the description for an application you can fill out. You fill out that application, you answer a couple questions. Shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, and then we can get on a little call together and see if the private mentorship is a fit for you at this time. And otherwise, hey man, the world is yours. You got it. You got this internal guidance system. Trust in your heart. Trust in that divine flow flowing through you. Stop trying to force your way through life. Be in your power, be in your love, be in your joy. Rest, take it easy. Do what you got to do, but also rest. You got this. I love you. One love. Peace. Wholeness.